My names are Azubike Carlo Madamon. I'm the UPLO of NIDOSWISS. I'm a marketing executive with the telecom company in Zurich, and I also lead the Igbo Union of Switzerland Zurich branch as the chairman.
Johnson Odibo. I've been nearly 30 years here in Switzerland. I've been in banking virtually most parts of my life, from the 90s in Citibank, and I moved to UBS, and I was in global emerging markets as well as a director. Now I'm in another bank, Bank Itaú. It's a Brazilian bank. I'm the current president of NIDO, and we are here just to formally present ourselves to the embassy and to the ambassador. Thank you.
My name is Joshua Okonkwo. I've been here for over 15 years, about 15 years, living in Switzerland. I'm a music teacher by profession. I'm also an artist. And I work currently with Figure Transport in Switzerland. And yeah, I'm here. I'm a member of NIDO, new member of NIDO, through my good friend Johnson. It's great to be here.
My name is Honorable High Chief Anthony Nwadiwe. I've been here in Switzerland over 25 years. I'm a security consultant. I'm the current, I lead Imo Diaspora Union of Switzerland for 8 years. And currently I'm the President General Imo Community Europe, currently the whole Europe. And the Imo Community Europe has about 15 countries in Europe that is part of the Imo Community Europe. And currently I'm new elected Vice President of NIDO Switzerland. On behalf of the team, I want to apologize to His Excellency on the behavior of NIDOSWISS when we came for settlement here in this office some months ago. So behind the scenes, we tried our best to see that NIDO then, which became a private property, we tried to make sure that we open it up to everybody. And the more we try, the deeper the problem becomes. And we, at a point, there are some things they wanted us to do. I mean, it's disenfranchisement, but still we agreed. For example, they said some particular people should not participate or should not present themselves as candidates. Because we wanted peace, we talked to these people and they refused to, they agreed to step down. But still, they were not happy. As soon as we talk to one person to step down and go to the next person, they will still say that person too, they don't agree with that person. They will find a reason, and that person too has to step down. So we kept going until a point we say, no, it has now become a comedy. It has become a joke. So at this stage, then the election was fixed. The electoral committee led by Philip presented a list. They did not send out the list till less than 11 hours to the elections. And then they sent out the list, which is far from what Philip, as the chairman, sent out. So all these things, again, some few hours to the election, they cancelled it, saying they expected that there will be violence. Tell us from where this violence is going to come. They said it's a secret, it's their own secret, so we don't need to. The fact is that there will be that problem. They received that problem and that they cancelled it. And the community, everybody wrote that, well, now we don't have time, so we cannot do the election this year. We should postpone it to next year. Suddenly we saw a day, 22nd, that the election will hold on the 22nd. So our people now say, no, this is a joke, and 3 days to Christmas, election holding, it has never happened, and definitely it's not the best time. So we held a meeting of stakeholders, and It was unanimously agreed that we should hold elections on the 14th of December. That time, people are still around, and it's a little bit far from Christmas. And so we called trusted fellows because we don't know who they said will bring violence. So we really selected people who should attend this meeting, and then we held our meeting, a general assembly, and then had our elections. That is why we are here today. And, yeah, so we are really going to work hard, and the trust, we know that the embassy has invested so much in the last 4 years of the caretaker committee. Otherwise, we would have since long gone out of existence. So it is the embassy that really kept us moving, and we appreciate that. We are not going to let them down. We are going to do our best. These are selected people who are willing to work, and I assure you that we are here to strengthen NIDO, and we are happy that we've taken NIDO from those people who feel NIDO has become a public property. Thank you, and we hope you give us the necessary support to carry on. Thank you very much.
I'm Fatima Ruby from Solothurn.
Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Anyway, I'm a sculptor, been in Switzerland since 1999, and I work now as a nurse, looking after in a care home.
Good afternoon, everyone. A pleasure to be here today. My name is Justin Okenwa. I'm actually residing in Solothurn. I've been living in Switzerland since 2012, and I work with IBM. Actually, I work with IBM Watson Health, which is a life sciences business unit of IBM, and I work in sales as a business development associate, covering Switzerland, the UK, and Italy. And I've been a member of NIDO since 2013, and it's really a pleasure for me to be here once again.
My name's Edwin Akabuiro, engineer. I've been in Switzerland for the past 25 years, and I'm the founder at ETA Systems GmbH, and also iLocal Nigeria, as well as the founder Small World Project engineering group. So I'm happy to be here, and at the same time, currently I'm the secretary of this organization, NIDOSWISS.
Well, I think I used to be very, very proud of NIDOSWISS. When Issa was the president of NIDOSWISS, NIDOSWISS had over $1 million budget project by the Swiss government. Unfortunately, we didn't know what happened to that till now. So we're happy to see a re-energized NIDOSWISS, and I think the energy is there. We can see that. Excellency, NIDO has come a long way with the vision of President Obasanjo to establish the diaspora organization, just to exploit exactly what Mr. President have just highlighted. And for the past 20 years, we have gone from a dream organization where Nigerians gather on their professional exchange to having the Nigerian Diaspora Commission assigned into law by His Excellency, President Buhari, who has actually demonstrated and shown a lot of commitment to the diaspora. And that is this administration will have the Diaspora Commission, and eventually we are having so many SAs on diaspora from different states. Within 2000 to today, we've been able to, as a body, secure the Diaspora Commission we mentioned. We're working on the diaspora voting, and as we speak, in February, there's going to be a seminar in Nigeria, in a Hilton Hotel, who are going to examine the possibility of diaspora voting. The current statistics from PricewaterhouseCoopers show that between 2016 and 2017 and 2018, the remittances of the Nigerians in diaspora outpaced the oil revenue of Nigeria. And he concluded that without the revenue of Nigerian Diaspora Organization, not NIDO per se, but diasporans as a whole, Nigeria as a country would have gone bankruptcy. That's the statistics, and I think nobody's contesting the fact. So it means that the diaspora as a group have so much to offer the Nigeria. Excellency Mohammed Buhari also actually summarized it a few months ago when he visited London. And he said that the Nigerians in diaspora are needed more than ever before to come back home to assist in all the laudable projects we have actually highlighted. We had the issue in Switzerland, and the board of trustees, made up of all the chapter chairs and the executive of NIDO, sent me down to come and listen to the new executive, listen to the stakeholders, and report back to them. And so we're happy that His Excellency has given us this opportunity to be in this meeting, to listen to the new concept from the new executive. But I will be very proud to say, sorry that I said what I said before, because they say charity begins at home, so we need to be very honest to ourselves. One of the things we want to do in NIDO, the time of people sitting down in NIDO on the name of the diaspora and do nothing is over. And we believe that if we want to admonish the federal government of Nigeria or the governments in Nigeria that they should do things better, then it's time that we also sit up and start doing things better. And so we are very, very convinced that any chapter chair or any chapter in NIDO that is not legally elected or that is not keeping up to the constitution of NIDO, which they hope to keep, or which are not democratically elected, we will not cooperate with them. And so far, we have asked NIDOSWISS, at least the stakeholders who claim to have different election, we've asked them that we need to see the protocol of the election, we need to see the members that participated in that election, and up till today, it's only one group that has sent us everything we needed. And so we had no apology that to say that we can only deal with a group that we know they have faces, the group that has statistics on the ground. And as I speak now, we have about 20, 25 members who have remitted their remittances to Europe, so that we know them by name. And so we know their email addresses, we know their telephone number. So it's easier for us to deal with them. We cannot deal with faceless groups. And so we hope, like the chairman said, the hope is that every Nigerian is welcome to be a member of Nigerian organization, but you have to fulfill the minimum requirement. And I think the task before you, the task before the stakeholders, is to reach out to everybody who is qualified and wish to be a member of NIDO and have the necessary procedures that is required to be a member of NIDO. And that's what I will urge you to do. NIDOSWISS used to be one of the thriving chapters in NIDO Europe, and then we want to see NIDOSWISS back to the former glory where they belong. Thank you so much. Thank you, Excellency.
I've been in the country now for more than 30 years. When I came in here, we were one of the young ones, but these days it looks like we are the elder statesmen, as the case may be. I know a lot of you probably know me, so I won't take your time. I've tried to steer clear of anything that looks like politics or be it associations because of bad experiences in the past. There are a few of us who consider ourselves as stakeholders, and we didn't like what we're seeing. So we decided to also intervene during this last round and make sure we get our association back on track. The main reason for that is we cannot continue to tell our people in Nigeria that they're not doing well when we cannot run a simple body here in Switzerland. Unfortunately, I know the caliber of Nigerians we have here. We've all run bigger organizations, so I don't see why we cannot run a simple body of Nigerians. So I am happy at what you've said. Thank you for coming. When I heard NIDO Europe was sending a representative, I thought this was the time to actually show that we will not tolerate this kind of behavior by people who run around and spoil our names here in Switzerland. We're going to have the kind of organization that we deserve. I'm happy that Mr. Odibo did what he did, because initially I said scrap the whole thing, let's do our own thing. I think with 4 or 5 of us we can do more than NIDO has done, but I'm happy we still have it this way, and happy to collaborate with NIDO Europe to actually build a proper organization that Nigeria needs and can depend on. That's important. For our children's sake, my boys, they are all grown up now, and I can't show them anything like what we've achieved in terms of having been here for so long. So it's not about us. We don't need to make money anymore.
We don't need to have careers anymore. We've done all of that. It's about our kids now and our legacy. And all those who want to make games and all that, I think the time is over. So thank you. I'm happy to be here. And thank you for your engagement, Ambassador. And all the staff at the embassy. I've heard things about youth movements and all that is just madness. But we need to get this all sorted out, because the embassy here, I can tell you, I go around a bit. There is no other Nigerian embassy like this one here. I can tell you that. So please be proud of yourself, and we fully back what you're doing here. Thank you very much.
You know, to lead us where we know we can actually do better. We cannot keep accepting that. You know, most of us as Nigerians, when we gather here, we can talk about Nigerian politics for a full day. We don't stop. And then one thing we all conclude with is that, you know, we can change something. So when we get the opportunity here, why should we then still sit back and fold our arms and not try to change what we want to see back home? So I'm proud of the new executive. I'm supporting them, and whichever way I can come in, you know, to assist for their objectives and goals to be achieved, I would surely do my best. So once again, it's a pleasure, and I'm just praying that we don't go back to where we were before, and we don't have such meetings again where we are just recollecting all the negatives. But I would want to envision where we come to you, Your Excellency, and we can list, you know, a host of programs that we have done and we are even set to do further. So that is my own hope, and I think with the caliber of people we have today, especially in this room, we can achieve, if not all, but at least a substantial amount of that goals we do set out to achieve. So thank you again for giving me the floor to say a few more words. It's a pleasure to be here once again. Thank you.
Excellency, normally I'm used to making long statements, but this time I will make it short. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Even that I had to come from Liechtenstein to here is a big situation due to this guy over there. Like I said, I've been around for a while, and in those days, I will count. And when I was in Geneva with the mission in those days, I used to be a member of the NIDO in those days, and it was good to travel from Geneva down here. And then when I crossed over to Liechtenstein, I began to see different drums within the system. I wasn't able to dance along with. So I had to kind of, duck and watch. And now that I've seen nice faces here, I think I'm going to be coming around again from Liechtenstein. I appreciate your efforts in trying to make it stand. And also I thank the embassy. I see everybody smiling for assisting the organization to achieve their aims and objective. In that way, I make it sure, like I said. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
One of those that I didn't want to have anything to do when it comes to political stuff or African gathering, but when I came the first time and saw what was happening here, I mean, the caliber of people, and as I said last time, the good-headed Nigerians, I was actually kind of shocked, like, wow, this is something I'm not used to. So, and from then I thought, wow, this is worth, it's worth being part of. And as an artist, I mean, I do a lot of projects here with Swiss government, in social side or immigration side and all this. Then I was like, what is my role or whatever. But I think I can, do whatever I can, to really support the whole thing and be part of it. And talking about the diaspora, what we bring home from here, I think it's also the same thing that I individually, and so most of us were individually kind of contributing, to the welfare of our people in Nigeria. And I think we are on the right track, and I'm just excited really to see more things that will be happening, and I'm just excited, to be part of it. It's worth, and I'm going to really tell much people. Just to let you guys know, there are so many people kind of sitting behind asking, Joe, how is it? How did it go? Do you think I mean, many of them, good-headed Nigerians, that wouldn't be here, so, and I keep telling them, wow, this is worth coming, becoming part of. And I will keep talking good about it. And I believe it can only go forward, and I think because the objectives and the goals are good, and they are, worth supporting. Thank you very much once again. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm very happy that I'm here, that I'm a part of this group. Like he said, I never wanted to be a part of any group because of what you hear. There are lots of us, we are more than meeting, eating, and then marrying down, going back home. Since I've been in Switzerland, I've been in school. This is my 3rd degree that I'm, working on. And very rare I meet people to rub minds with. So I was very happy when Alaji called me to be a part of the group. Initially, I didn't want to, but I'm happy that I did. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you very much for the privilege. It's nice to be here, Senusa.
Tell Nigerians in Switzerland too. Tell Nigerians in Europe. Tell Nigerians everywhere in the world that there is a new wind blowing. They should key into this new wind and their potentials will be harnessed.